Hi, this is Jack Westerman for ESEA.net, still here in Romania for DreamHack Cluj 2015. Joining me this time is Dupreeh from Team TSM, who just beat G2 to advance to the quarterfinals here at the Valve-sponsored major. So, Dupreeh, first of all, congratulations, you've won your group. Feeling pretty good right now?
Of course I do. We're into the playoffs again, and it's always a big relief to go out of the groups, especially when you play best of ones that can mostly go either way. And to think that we have secured another spot for the next major, whenever it is, and it's just a great feeling. It's good to be here. Yeah, definitely.
Absolutely. You're guaranteed to be a legend next time
yeah,
as well, right?
Yeah, that's what we are. So that's good.
Feels good.
That's like the first achievement here.
Yeah, exactly. The process of elimination.
Yeah.
So let's talk about Flipside yesterday, who you beat 16-6. That seemed like a pretty nice warm-up for the tournament for you guys. Was that fairly straightforward, that match?
Well, we kind of knew what we were going to play, so we had prepared pretty well. We had a good idea how they were going to play, and overall I believe that we were a better team as well. So it was just basically go into the game, do not underestimate your opponents.
Yeah.
Just keep your focus, hit your shots, and that's what we did. We got off to a really good start. I think we were up 9-0 before they got around.
Yeah.
Overall, everyone just played really well. Ended up with a very big lead in the first half as terrorists, and then we started to be not taking it too serious in the beginning. We were like, okay, we might just save a few rounds and then go for the rifles and close out the game. That's what we did. But yeah, it was a good warm up, if you could say that. It's just huge respect for them still. They made it here. But overall, we just played a really good match, and it was a good way to get started this tournament. Yeah.
All right, and of course that led you through. You won that match. You came through to the winners' match today, which was against G2, and G2 seemed. Obviously, they're a very different bag. Were you confident going into that match versus G2?
We've played G2 a lot recently, both online, but we also played them at the last major as well. We have a really good matchup against them. I believe I've said that a million times, and we are pretty confident every time we play them. We go into every duel thinking that we will win it, and Carrigan did some really good calls, and when we just got our game flowing, everything just seemed pretty straightforward. But yeah, it was a good matchup for us, and I'm just happy that we faced them instead of Mousesports, because I believe that Mousesports has somewhat a better idea of how we play, and how they have a really good idea how to play against us. I am taking into consideration that Flipside G2 is playing a little bit more like a pick style, whereas Mousesports is playing a little bit more strategic wise and trying to force the rotations and whatnot. That is not as much as G2 though. So everyone, just a good matchup.
Well, given that G2 have played you so much as well, and G2 must know you quite well, and they must know you're quite good at Dust 2. Were you surprised that they allowed Dust 2 to be left in the map pool to potentially play against you guys?
Not really.
No?
I mean, I know that Gamers 2 can play it as well. They're pretty good at it, but so are we. But we have a better map pool than they do. We can play a lot more maps than they do. So we simply that's the thing of having a deep map pool, that you can actually ban out the maps that you know that your opponents are strong on, instead of having to kind of veto in the defensive way. We do it aggressive. So we remove their strengths instead of looking at us and checking, okay, we can't really play cobblestone, we can't play train, we can't play cash.
Right.
So we don't have to force those vetoes. So we can use them on their strong stuff instead, removing train they want to play. We know they want to play Inferno as well. So we just remove them, because we can play all the other maps as well. So. Okay,
and just one more point on this game. So this was a best of one. It's now 9 p.m. I don't know what the time is. It's like being
something like that, yeah.
It's like being in a casino, isn't it? You can't see windows. Yeah. So you've had all day to wait for this best of one game, and best of ones can go either way. Is it quite hard to be awake the whole day and not want to, watch every demo under the sun, just work constantly all day?
Both yes and no.
Yeah.
I'd say there's not much to do at the hotel, so coming here at around 12, play some PlayStation, get some lunch, chill with the other teams, talk with them, watch the other games, obviously. And then you when you watch the other games, every time you watch a game, you hype yourself even more. So you're like, yes, now it's going to be my turn really soon. And then when you actually, finally it's your turn, you're like, yes, now I can finally play. And you've been looking forward to it all day. My honest opinion is that I think it's a little bit too little to only play one best of one a day. It's a little bit of waste of time, but I think you could squeeze in more matches. And it's taken along just to play 4 matches took 6-8 hours or something. I think it was a little bit too much.
Right.
But they're trying some new out this time, so kudos to that. But I mean, I don't think it's a problem. But yeah.
Okay. Speaking of getting yourself hyped up when you watch the other teams, I interviewed you at ESWC last year, I think, or the year before, maybe?
Yeah, I think it was last year, last time, yeah.
And your first match of the tournament had been on the main stage, and I asked you whether that was kind of nerve-wracking to be on your very first match on the main stage. But here, you don't have a choice, right? But are you a team that quite like being on the stage? You kind of embrace the spotlight to that extent?
I think it's awesome playing on stage. I read a lot more when I play on the stage than playing in some kind of stage area where no one can see us.
Yeah.
Both for I know it just creates a nice atmosphere around you, and I like that the crowd is out there watching you and the commentators are there. It just creates a really nice atmosphere, and I really love that instead of hiding somewhere else where no one can watch me play. So and then I would prefer to play on stage every single game if I could that.
Yeah.
So definitely, I love it.
All right. Now let's talk a little bit about TSM as a team. Moving away from this particular event. So you've been getting a lot of good press recently. People have been saying really good things about you, and a lot of people say you're the best team in the world. Are you?
Not until we won a major.
Okay.
I've said that a million times, and I'm going to keep that statement because this is the prestige one. This is the one you have to win to be able to call yourself the best team in the world. So
right.
If majors would not exist, yeah, we would probably be right now. But since Majors does, and since Fnatic has won 2, and Envious has won one time as well, and Virtus Pro as well, and NIP for that matter, then we still have something to achieve before we can claim the title.
And in fact, you've never actually made the finals of a major, right? Let alone win the whole thing. You've never made it all the way. What's it going to take for you to reach the final this time, for the first time?
I think we have all the qualities this time to actually go that far, because our map pool is a lot deeper than it's been the previous editions. We've prepared a lot better. We have someone that works for us at home. Everyone is confident. Kerrigan is doing amazing work right now. Everything just seems perfect right now for us. So I think this is the best situation we could be in before we would actually go to a final. So I hope this is it. I can't see what we could have done better actually to have prepared better for this tournament. So I just hope we reach it. So
well, that's a hell of a lot of things you've got lined up in your favor. One of the things we haven't talked about is Device, because he also is getting all this kudos for being a really consistent player. He's playing really well too at the moment, and some people have said that he's the best player in the world. I'm thinking of Thorin mainly. Would you agree with that? Do you think he's stepped up his game over the last few months?
Yeah, definitely has. But I think it's a combination of the team has improved as well.
Yeah.
Because Device wouldn't be the player he is without us. I'm not going to say that because I'm salty or anything, but that's the truth. If we didn't play the way we play around him, he wouldn't be the best player. Obviously has an insane amount of individual skill, and that's what makes him so goddamn good as well.
Yeah.
But without us, I don't think he would be it. And the same goes for Olofmeister. It's the team that creates the world's best player. I think it's hard to actually claim who is the world's best player because everyone has individual different roles. Device is just insanely good at what he's doing. So he might be the best. His role being the cleanup guy or the guy that steps up whenever it's needed and overall just playing really consistently. But
so his performance is based on the whole team's performance because you enable him to be in that position, essentially.
I'd say so. I mean, everyone does work for him, but he does work for us as well.
Exactly.
It's not like we're only the one that keeps, okay, Device, just pick up this AK or pick up this AWP and go kill them. It's not like that, or I'm going to flash you in or anything. It's kind of hard to explain, but we just work together as a unit, and then he just has the perfect situation in a lot of times, and he's just so good at taking advantage of it. So that's why he's performing that well as well.
All right. Last question before I let you go back to your team. You used to have this reputation of being a choking team, TSM. You get to the quarterfinals of every tournament and just kind of flop out. For the last 4 tournaments, you've made the finals every time, but only won the last one, PGL, right? What's different about this event?
That we have prepared a lot better.
Yeah.
We have done what we have failed to do the other couple of times in terms of preparation, both tactic-wise and individual. So I think that'll change. I mean, we had a really dominant performance at PGL. We didn't lose a single map there, and we went on afterwards to have a 25 winning streak online as well. So overall, I'm really confident about this, and I just hope that we'll go there. I mean, some people still call us choking whenever we lose a match, but it's kind of weird because if let's say we're going to face off Fnatic in the quarterfinal since they lost to Luminosity.
Yeah.
So we're going to play Fnatic in the quarterfinal, which could potentially be a really good either a final match or it could be a semifinal match.
Yeah.
And we lose really close to Fnatic. People will go out and call us chokers, and they wouldn't really look at the score and just, oh my god, TSM went out again in quarterfinals. But sometimes people forget to look what opponent actually knocked us out or how they played. yeah, okay, if we lost 16-0, 16-2, yeah, fine, call us chokers. But if we lost in overtimes and whatnot, we lost to Fnatic, which is still probably the best team in the world. So I'm like, yeah.
Apart from you.
Huh?
Best team in the world apart from you.
Yeah, well, I think that's the thing. Like, the top 4 can beat each other every time. I don't think there's one that can just dominate everyone from now on, because the skill ceiling is so damn high, and it's all about who has the good, who's making the right calls, who's hitting the headshots, who's playing well. So yeah, and it's also about luck sometimes, obviously.
Absolutely. Okay, well, Dupreeh, I hope the luck is in your favor this time around. Best of luck when you play the day after tomorrow. Right?
Yes, we're off tomorrow.
Okay, well, have fun.
Thank you.
Best of luck again. For everyone at ESEA.net, stay tuned for further coverage here in Romania.